I remember the exact moment my life broke clean in half. It wasn't a dramatic fight. It wasn't a slammed door. It wasn't even my voice. It was a message. 11:27 p.m. My apartment was dark except for the blue glow of my phone when the text arrived. We changed all the locks. You don't have a home anymore. Let's see how brave you are now, haha. For a moment, everything inside me went quiet. So quiet, it scared me. Then something unexpected happened. I laughed. Not loud, not hysterical, just a small, quiet laugh that echoed off the empty walls like I was finally hearing myself for the first time. Because that text wasn't an ending. It was the beginning. 2 days later, their lawyer proved it. A voicemail, 5 words. 5 words that told me the entire game had flipped. We have a problem. Call immediately. Before I tell you how everything unfolded, do me a favor. Hit like and tell me in the comments. Have you ever been blindsided by your own family? You'd be surprised how many of us grew up believing loyalty meant silence. People used to say my family was perfect. White shutters, trimmed hedges, a porch light that always worked because I changed the bulb. Sunday dinners that smelled like roast chicken and resentment simmering under the table. If you drove by that house on Maple Street, you'd probably imagine warmth behind those windows. But perfection is quiet only because it's rehearsed. I was raised to play my part. My father, Richard, believed love was obedience. If something broke, he didn't reach for a tool. He reached for me. Kara, hold the ladder. Kara, grab the wrench. Kara, you're tougher than any son I could have had. My mom would smile her perfect porcelain smile, the one she wore to church and to hide the knives under her words. Family doesn't count debts, she'd say. And they said it so often, it became scripture. But let me translate it for you. Everything you give us is owed. Everything we take is love. My sister Emily was 2 years younger and the golden child from the moment she took her first breath. Soft, delicate, pretty. Her biggest challenge growing up was choosing a shade of lip gloss. And me? I was the structure, the scaffolding, the glue. Invisible unless something needed fixing. I grew up believing that helping was love, that responsibility was devotion, that sacrifice made you good. By 17, I was helping with the mortgage. By 21, I was covering repairs. When Mom sighed over the electric bill, my wallet opened automatically, like it was muscle memory. I told myself I was holding the family together. But being the glue has a cost. Glue gets stretched. Glue gets cracked. Glue gets used until it disappears. I didn't see it then, but I feel it now. Every cut, every bruise, every dollar. It was raining the night I stumbled into the truth. Portland rain, the kind that soaks through your shoes and your nerves. I came home late from work, my shoes wet, my shoulders aching. As I passed the kitchen, I heard my name behind the door. I should have kept walking, but something in my mother's tone froze me where I stood. She doesn't realize all her help was voluntary, Mom whispered. When we sell the house, it'll be our names on the papers. My chest tightened. My heartbeat stuttered. Dad's laugh followed, deep and smug. Ha ha ha, classic Kara. All heart, no business sense. Emily's voice came next, soft, uncertain. But won't she expect something? Mom scoffed. Expect what? She gave gifts. Gifts don't buy ownership. The world tilted. The air thickened. Every wall I'd painted, every bill I'd paid, every broken thing I'd fixed, all of it dismissed with one cold sentence. I didn't confront them. I didn't even cry. I walked to my room and sat quietly on the edge of my bed, listening to the rain tapping the glass like a warning. For the first time, the script they raised me with felt wrong. Be grateful, be quiet, be useful. Something inside me cracked. Not loud, not violent. Just enough to let light in. I must have sat there for hours, replaying their words, staring at my laptop screen. Then my phone buzzed again. Mom, 11:27 p.m. The message that changed everything. We changed all the locks. You don't have a home anymore. Let's see how brave you are now. Ha ha ha. I read it once, twice, slower the third time. Locks. Home. Brave. Ha ha. They weren't just excluding me. They were mocking me. Yet, somehow, instead of panic, I felt clarity. They didn't lock me out. They freed me. I opened my laptop again, not to beg, not to plead, but to list. Every dollar, every task, every receipt, every promise. By dawn, I had a folder named Proof. And for the first time in my life, I wasn't fixing anything. I was dismantling everything they built on me. The morning after that message, I felt strangely calm. Cold calm. Precise calm. I brewed coffee, logged into work, and worked on 2 jobs. By day, I was a data analyst. By night, I analyzed a different kind of data. My own history. Emails, bank transfers, utility bills, roofing material receipts, grocery runs during their financial emergencies. Every number told a story, and every story pointed in the same direction. They took, I paid. By spring, the ledger showed $85,000 in contributions. Mortgage, renovations, emergencies. Dad used to brag I was the only one in the family who understood money. Funny how that turned out. I met with 3 attorneys. 2 treated me like a fragile daughter seeking emotional comfort. The third didn't. She leaned forward, eyes sharp. You've got a case, a solid one. It's not about the deed. It's about equity, contribution, intent. Intent, that word struck like lightning, because I had intent in writing. Let's see how brave you are now. Malicious intent wrapped in arrogance. Everything my parents thought made them untouchable made them vulnerable. Every insult became evidence. Every lie became leverage. The trigger I needed came like clockwork. An email. Urgent property sale notice. They were selling the house without telling me, without including me. They handed me the final piece of proof. I smiled. For once, the timing was on my side. The mediation took place in a conference room that smelt like paper and air conditioning. I walked in calm, measured, composed. My parents entered next. Mom in her beige church coat, pretending humility. Dad stiff, jaw tight. Emily pale and anxious. "Kara," Mom whispered, "you look tired. Sweetheart, we didn't have to make this official." I answered simply, "You changed the locks. Talking didn't seem like your preferred method." They sat. My attorney opened the folder. Page after page of evidence. Dad leaned forward, scoffing. Those were gifts. She was helping her family. My attorney slid a sheet across the table. Then why did you call them loans in your text? Mom shifted. Her fingers trembled. This is twisted. I interrupted. You told me I didn't have a home anymore. Remember? Silence, radiating, sharp. Then came the line I had been waiting for. Their lawyer leaned in, voice low but fully audible. "We have a problem." A perfect echo of the voicemail that started everything. And my mother's face crumbled. The court awarded me 50% ownership. Legally, publicly, undeniably. My parents walked away with half of what they thought they'd retire on. I didn't move back. I bought a townhouse across town. The first thing I did was change the locks myself. New keys, new rules, new peace. Sometimes my phone lights up with their names. Voicemails full of guilt, emails full of regret. I don't answer. Some doors are meant to stay closed. And sometimes justice doesn't roar. It signs papers and walks away quietly. If you've ever rebuilt your life from the wreckage your own family caused, you're not alone. Your peace is worth protecting, even if you have to fight for it quietly. Hit like, share your story in the comments, and subscribe for more true stories of quiet revenge and hard-won freedom.